What's going on, guys? Jeff back with another video. Today we're going to be covering what I consider to be the first dedicated villain to the G.I. Joe Adventure team. 2012's membership figure, the Man of Evil. This is a cool figure. It's got a few issues, but I was super excited to add this to my collection and finally have a villain for my adventure team. So we're going to take him back to the shop and review this Master of Evil. All right, guys, here he is. This is the 2012 G.I. Joe Collector Club membership figure, the Man of Evil. This is the first dedicated villain for the adventure team. He was also known as the Lost Adventurer. Probably one of the coolest figures I think the Collector Club ever did as far as concept and accessories. This is a great figure that has very minimal things wrong with it. You could definitely pick a few things apart, but this is a great figure, and it was great to have finally have a dedicated villain for the Collector Club. In the July 2018 G.I. Joe Collector Club newsletter, they went ahead and did a roundup of all the membership figures. So this is the Man of Evil here as he came as the subscription or membership figure. He came with the tank top and the boxer shorts shown here. Came with a decal on the boxers, or a decal on the tank top, and a set of black boxers. Just a standard set of clothing that usually came with all the Adventure Team Collector Club figures. Later on, down the road, the Collector Club would also do some dossiers, as they did with all their membership figures. This here is not a dossier. This is actually the 2012 announcement of the Man of Evil figure, and this is the accessory set that came with him. You're able to purchase that separately, polybagged after you got the figure in the mail. We'll go over that here in a few minutes, but this is the accessory set that you're able to purchase through the Collector Club for your Man of Evil. Like I just mentioned earlier, he got a dossier, actually two dossiers. In the March 2012 Collector Club newsletter, we got the dossier for the Lost Adventure. So it gives kind of the backstory on the Man of Evil. And then we would later on in the April 2012 issue, following up, we got the Mars file on the Man of Evil. So that's really cool that the Collector Club decided to do those dossiers for this guy. So the figure, as I mentioned, came with an accessory set. It came with a really nice cloth jacket, Adventure Team logo for the Lost Adventure, and he came with his disguised face. Looks just like the Man of Action G.I. Joe face that you could put on the face of this figure. I've never taken this out of the package, so you can see it's pretty much mint. And the figure also came with a ascot, like a turtleneck shirt, black coveralls, really nicely done, belt, holster, revolver, Adventure Team revolver. I believe this is actually a 45 in there. And a shoulder holster, cool jack boots. And the one thing I didn't like about this figure was the cheap ass eye patch. If you look in the accessories set mock-up, you'll see the eye patch looked a lot better. We just got this cheap ass cloth eye patch, which I didn't like that, but it's easy to upgrade if you ever wanted to make a new eye patch. I mean, you saw in the intro video I used some construction paper and elastic cord, which is still better, still better than this eye patch. I'm just kidding. He also came with a really nice Adventure Team. Try to find it here. Small dog tag, which a lot of the figures came with. But the accessory set overall is, in my opinion, outside of the eye patch, a 10 out of 10. It's a great figure. So the eye patch obviously hides the damage to his eye, so you can see the scarring on his eye. The figure is the figure's head is again, foreign head, flocked, just like a lot of the other Adventure Team Collector Club figures, with a grayish, I guess, salt pepper flocking. The flocking is actually really nice on this as well. It's just a really well done figure. He has kung fu grip hands, really nicely done, and it's just a classic style body. So to me, this was a high point for the Collector Club as far as their membership figures go. The figure does have, which a lot of my Collector Club figures has one leg a little longer than the other, which is a production flaw. Who knows what the hell they were doing over there in China, but that was an issue. I think I've got a few figures like that if you watch my past reviews. But back to what I was saying, this is a high point for me as far as the Collector Club's figures are concerned. I really love this figure. I've never incorporated him into a photo story because I'm still trying to figure out a good one. If you watched my G.I. Joe Center Mass photo short recently, that's the part 2 of my Man of Action trilogy, and I might figure out a way to incorporate this guy into my next and last photo story for my Man of Action trilogy, but I don't know. We'll see at a later date. But back to this guy, this is a great figure, and I think this is kind of what the Collector Club really meant to be, you know, to get you really great, well done, unique figures that were timeless and stood the test of time. Like, you could pull this figure out in any era, and it would be an amazing figure. If you took this guy and gave him to a kid back in 1970, it would probably be one of the most popular figures in the Adventure Team line, in my opinion. But it's a shame that the Adventure Team didn't really have any villains outside the Intruders, and I'm not really sure what those guys were to begin with. But shout out to the Collector Club for making this figure. It's a fantastic figure. I think everybody should add it to their collection. He is worth having. The accessory set is fantastic, and the figure itself is fantastic. And I've seen a lot of guys, build villains out around this concept of Mars in the Man of Evil. I've made my own foot soldiers. I know a few people on Facebook back in the day I saw made villains to go with this guy, and this is something you could even almost make your own Man of Evil if you wanted to, with the Cotswold forehead head. You'd have to just figure out how to do the damaged eye and whatnot, but it's a great figure. Like I said, I highly suggest getting it. If you are a staunch Adventure Team collector, this is a must-have for your collection. So I've not seen very many of these anywhere for sale, but I'm sure they pop up from time to time. I'm not sure what you're going to pay for it, but it's definitely worth having. So this is my review of the 2012 membership figure, the Man of Evil, guys. Like and subscribe to the page, hit the notification icon, be on the lookout for more videos. And until next time, cheers.